What's good, Boxing World? BFV back in the building. Hit you with another one, too. Big shout out to the team, G5 Jeff TV, VP Shane. I'm going to talk to you about a couple fights that will be up on the site, G5JeffTV.com. Join that fantasy league. It is free. There's a bunch of fights on this weekend, so if you're a late start to the league, you can actually come through and pick up some steam and actually grab a lot of points this weekend. So I encourage everybody to join that league, man. It's absolutely free, and it's a $500 prize. So tap in with the team, man. We doing good work over there. But I'm going to preview a couple of the fights that's actually on the league for this weekend coming up, February 5th. Obviously, we got the main event in front of us, Thurman and Barrios. This one is it's hard to call, man. I mean, you got Thurman coming off a layoff. Extended layoff, and Barrios coming off a loss, which was a little while back. So I think, you know what I mean, he may have been able to shake that off. It's not like it was 2 to 3 months ago. It was a little while ago. So he should have been able to shake that off. That being said, though, Thurman, layoff, you got to kind of judge how Gary Russell looked on his layoff. He actually looked pretty good. Both of them are consummate boxers. So I think their movement and things like that should be okay. You kind of worry about timing when you're a boxer the way those two gentlemen are. You want to make sure your timing is right. So it may take a couple rounds for Thurman to get that going. But all in all, this should be a great fight. I'm leaning towards the upset, but my mind says to take Thurman, man, because Thurman is the OG. Thurman is the vet, the more of a vet between the two fighters. Like I said, both the guys have losses on their record, so I don't think they're worrying about trying to box too smart. We do have a bet between the fellas that G5 actually thinks Thurman can get a KO. I'm kind of looking at it different now that I look at the matchup. I think the smart bet might be on Barrios getting a KO this weekend. That's just the way I'm leaning. The next fight, we actually got Nery and Castro. This one, to me, is a main event in its own right. This one might be on the pay-per-view card in itself. I don't know where. I know they actually have some fights on Fox 1 too, so I hope this is not the main event on the Fox 1 card. But this in itself, man, like I said, this gonna be a nasty fight. This one it's almost like a type of fight where you gotta look to see who's gonna fight smarter, because both these guys have something to prove. Both these guys are looking at a title opportunity. Nery, a former champion, looking to get right back in there after the loss to Figueroa. So I mean, Nery to me is a better matchup for Fulton. I don't know that Carlos Castro will have the movement to be able to deal with Fulton. I think Nery's movement can give him some hope in a Fulton fight, but you gotta win this fight first. So let's just stick to breaking this one down a little bit and giving you my 1-2 on it. I actually like Nery's ability to move, but you want to stay close to a guy that's a little bigger than you. Not much bigger, but just I think Carlos's range is a little bit more than Nery's, because Nery is a hooker compared to somebody in Carlos who throws straight punches, and he likes to shoot the uppercut. So I think that's a shot that Nery definitely has to be wary of. But again, Nery is a good body puncher, and Carlos Castro might have to be, a conservative if he wants to stand in the pocket. He might not want to stand there too long. And like I said, just kind of keep the range when you're dealing with a guy like Nery, or let his hands go. And like I said, he's a good body puncher in my estimation. So I think Castro has to worry about that. He is a little thin in the midriff. When you look at the two of these guys, I would give Nery the better body frame. Castro could be subject to a body shot, so Nery should be definitely paying attention to that, and hopefully the camp is working on that. But as far as Castro, I think he definitely needs to use his straight punches, keep the proper range, and look to land some power coming from the shoulder and coming off that hip. But as you can see, he's the type of cat that's still learning in the game, not taking an L. He may be that type of dude that you know, I mean, you got to hit him real hard to kind of back him off you. So I think Nery will definitely have to sit down on some punches. But like I said, if Castro can keep the proper range, he should be able to stay away from a lot of the dangerous shots. I actually am calling for an upset in this particular fight. I think Castro might pull it off. I mean, it's a hard lean. Not me. Well, I'm going to take that back. It's not a hard lean. To me, this is actually a 50-50 fight, but I just feel like Castro will pull an upset. Like I said, Nery coming off a loss, and sometimes those losses can be hard to bounce back from, especially if you lose your title, and then you jumping right back into deep water. So, again, man, that's just my 1-2 on this upcoming card. Like I said, these fights will be on JeffTV.com. Y'all join that fantasy league, and tell me what y'all think in the comment section also, man. BFV, we here, we working, you know what it is.